everyone, welcome back to QSR Nation, your weekly source of food service marketing and business strategies for success. Here are your hosts, Josh, Beth, Tony, and Grant from the PFS Brands National Headquarters in Holt Summit, Missouri.
Hey everybody, welcome back to QSR Nation. As always, we have Josh, Beth, Grant, and Tony here from the PFS Brands National Quarters in Holt Summit, Missouri to talk about food service marketing and business strategy for success. I was trying to think in my head.
The quarters.
Headquarters, not just the quarters.
Did I say quarters?
You said
quarters.
Well, that's fine.
It's better than nickels.
I was trying to, yes, true. I was trying to remember if I said all four of our names. I always get that mixed up because you guys get so offended if I do forget you all.
Who are our names?
And then, so today, as always, we're here to talk about food service marketing and business strategies for success. And today we're going to talk about sweepstakes. This is kind of a current subject for us because we are holding one right now. Beth, it was your brainchild, so you're going to kind of take it away from there?
Yeah, so, the best thing that you can do whenever you're running sweepstakes and contests is obviously reach out to the demographic that you know is probably going to appeal to most people in your audience. And so for us, we know that we have a lot of NASCAR fans, obviously, with our brand Champs Chicken. At one point, we were kind of in the racing spectrum whenever it came to marketing and our
like brand images,
yes. And so this was something that we just thought, let's try and figure out a race that we know that a lot of our customers are going to really like. And so we decided to give away 4 tickets to Talladega for the race in October, which is really awesome.
October 13th.
And we tied it in with the 20-year anniversary.
Yes, and so we are actually running. Thank you, Grant. We appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Wow, Grant listens. It's awesome.
Our listeners were wondering, why are they giving this away?
That's true. That's a good point.
Yes, and so we're having a 20-day contest, and so that way you can go on to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, anything social media essentially, and you can go in there and you can register for those tickets, and anything that you share that will refer you to getting more entries into the contest. But that's just a great way just to get obviously all of your social media awareness up. You can get more likes, you can get more engagement, but it's just a fantastic way in a very, very reasonably cost way to market to your consumers.
Yeah, and to your point too, apart from the likes and the following and engagement, we're also doing it for our side, we're doing it to garner email addresses too to build our consumer list.
Exactly,
as well.
And you can get all of that factual information that you're needing for any of your consumers, whether it's sign up for newsletters, you can get phone numbers, you can get email addresses, you can get birth dates. I mean, it's all of that information that you want to have. It just kind of depends on what kind of form fields that you want to go in there, but you can find lots of different social media engagement platforms. For example, with us on this one, we're using a platform called WooBox, but you just have to find the ones that are going to work the best for you, that's going to be in your budget, and see how you would like to incorporate that into your advertising schedule.
And also have a pre-thought out plan of what you're going to do with that information that you gather. So as you're selecting that, that form, understand up front what your purpose is beyond this with the data. Whether it's to build just continuous engagement or whether it's to send a newsletter out, et cetera. So you know how you're going to use that data you gather, because you don't want to ask for so much data that it turns people off. They're like, it's not even worth my time. Then not get any really bang for your buck. So make sure you've got a good solid plan together for using the data once you get it, and don't ask a tremendous amount from your folks that are going to be signing up.
That's a really good point. At first, we thought about the bare bones. You don't want to get your email addresses obviously from these signups. Gosh, I can't talk. From these signups. But then as you think about it more, you might as well get your first and last name as well. You might get less signups, but that does allow you to personalize the emails in the future, in which you have a higher click-through rates, higher open rates, and things like that.
But you can also do different contests that are going to be able to get you more of that information that you would like, because obviously you can import and clean up data continuously with all that information. So if you're going to be doing some kind of, like, for example, if we were to do a video submission contest for Dance Like a Chicken, something like that, you could be able to incorporate any of that data that you didn't get in this one campaign into another one, just so that way you can really hone in and reach to your customers in a more customized way throughout the future.
It's important too that they understand that, and they being the customer, that you're doing this as an opportunity not to just reward them and have some fun and engagement, but the fact that there's going to be future opportunities coming down the pipe.
Future value for them.
Exactly. So you want to make sure that you set it up in a way that they know that you've at least got a checkbox or something that that, hey, enter me into future contests as well, or something like that, just so you know that there's always something as a consumer that I'm trading my information for future value as well as
this opportunity. And as you do more and more contests, you could potentially reach out. You could grow your customer base too, because
For sure.
as you promote it, with your in-store signage and stuff, it can just catch people's attention who may not have paid attention to you before that. So.
Lots of great opportunities out there. There's lots of different platforms you can reach out to do different contesting and stuff through. I know Grant and I think both have worked with Second Street Media before. They're actually out of St. Louis, and they have a platform set up to where they work with a lot of different media companies to garner contests and things. You mentioned the vendors at WooBox.
Yeah.
That we're using for this. So, and there's a lot of different opportunities for you as a franchisee or a restaurant owner or just general business owner to actually go out and find what really is going to fit your budget, what's going to fit your profile needs. Then also don't forget part of that budget is your prize, and make it substantial. Don't make it something that is really chintzy, because it needs to have extraordinary value for someone to want to exchange their personal information, because consumers know there's a lot of value in that, because they know once they trade that off that you're going to be engaging with them, and some may see that as a bother, and others will be welcoming to it. So just make sure that the prize value is something that is really outstanding and worth someone's time.
Yeah, and to that point too, if it's worthy of their time, they'll want to share it on social media with their friends. So obviously you can reach more people.
That's right.
But also having any of those added benefits where you're going to get more entries. The number one thing that I can always say, though, for anytime you're going to be running a contest or any kind of sweepstakes, is make sure that you have all of your rules and restrictions outlined before you actually start the contest. Because you don't want to go in there and change things or add certain things. You want to have everything outlined before you do any kind of contest and start it off.
And to that note, always make sure you've got some type of a landing page that people can link to so they can review all that. Because there are legal requirements you've got to meet. And if you're unsure, lawyers are expensive, we get that. But, make sure that, that's why someone working with a partner, a vendor, that they've already invested the time and all that. So that way those rules and regulations are already done ahead of time. So, make sure that you're getting in with the right personnel, and don't forget some of those key things, like having a landing page to explain the rules to folks.
Yeah, for sure. And if you guys want to start your own sweepstakes or anything like that, you can always reach out to us at QSR Nation at pfsbrands.com. Who's your favorite NASCAR driver, Beth?
Oh, I love all NASCAR.
Yeah.
You got to say it in the Minnesota accent.
I mean, how about Carl Edwards, because he's from this area?
Yeah, he's retired and everything, but he still was one of the best. Grant?
Yeah.
I'm going to go Kevin Harvick.
There you go. He's on fire.
The two guys I always love to watch race, Jimmy Johnson and Mark Martin.
He's been pretty good, hasn't he, Jimmy Johnson?
Not this year.
He's only won
six
like
or seven.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but Mark Martin was the guy I used to watch all the time.
Yeah.
I really liked watching him, and then kind of moved over to Jimmy Johnson as Martin was ending his career.
Yeah.
Johnson was starting off, so those are the guys that I always enjoyed.
I'll have to go. He's not racing any longer, but he's a broadcaster. Jeff Gordon. He's always liked him. So
Everyone's always surprised that Tony Stewart wasn't the guy that I liked, because I was like, I don't jump out of cars and do crazy stuff. They're like, but he's the same temperament. So. Not related.
All right, guys. As we wrap this up, anything else you want to add on sweepstakes?
I don't think so.
No, we're good.
Well, hey, where can they go to enter the contest for
Oh, yeah, so
Talladega in case you're interested?
So if you are interested, just go to the Champs Chicken Facebook page, and you can go on ahead and you'll see the link right there directly to. You'll see our Champs Chicken NASCAR picture, and you can register from there.
That sounds like a great plan. I was going to say subscribe to the podcast as well, but the first thing you should do is join the sweepstakes.
That's right.
Yeah. And then next week you can subscribe to the podcast.
Exactly.
Okay, for everybody here at QSR Nation, we'll talk to you next week.
Shake and bake!
Today's episode is brought to you by Champs Chicken. For deals, discounts, and updates, check out champschicken.com/connect. Be sure to stop by next week for another episode of QSR Nation. And be sure to check us out online at pfsbrands.com/podcast.